Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a super exciting video. Well, for me anyway, I don't know about you guys. But today I'm going to be doing a comparison video between the new Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette and the old Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This one came out on May the 22nd, I believe, and I picked mine up from Cult Beauty, which I think is a UK website because it's not available on the New Zealand Sephora just yet. And she released this one about 2 years ago, I think. I can't remember how much I got this one for or where I even got it from. It might have been Sephora, and I think it was about 105 New Zealand dollars on Sephora's website. So she discontinued this one. I'm not too sure how long ago, maybe like 6 to 8 months ago. I know there's been a lot of sort of mixed reviews and feelings about her releasing the new one. The people that own the old one are super annoyed that they spent the money on the old one and now she's come out with a completely new revamped formula and packaging and stuff like that. I think why people were annoyed, not that she was discontinuing it, but she didn't say why she was discontinuing it. She never really mentioned that she was actually releasing a revamped new one. So I guess people that sort of went out to buy the old one were a little bit annoyed that, you know, the new one came out and they didn't know about it. I'm not sure if she actually released, whether she was releasing a new one at the time she said this one was discontinued, but that's what I've been like hearing and reading on the internet. She's sort of hyped this one up as being amazing and easy to use with your fingers and your brushes. Let's open this one and see what it's like. I haven't really played with it or anything. So that's what the new one looks like. It's got that holographic stuff that all of her highlighter palettes and stuff have, which I think is really nice. And she obviously looks amazing. That's Huda. And so this is the old one. So the old one just comes with a plastic cover. To be honest, I didn't really mind it. Like, it kind of gave me a bit of satisfaction being able to see the colors in it. But obviously this one feels a lot heavier and feels a lot more robust than the old one, which is obviously a positive. When you open it, it comes with this little cover sheet, which is like a laminated card. Plus points about this one is that it obviously has a nicer cover, and the fact that it also comes with a mirror, and the fact that it just feels a lot more luxurious and nice, which is what you want when you spend $100 on a palette. They look side by side, so they're about the same thickness. So as you can see, the palettes are quite similar in terms of colors. That bottom row is actually exactly the same. The top row is pretty much the same, and there's a few sort of changes in that middle row. So I'll do a close-up of the new palette for you, just so you can see what it's like. And now I'll do some swatches. So on my arm I've got 24 karat, pink diamond, rose gold, trust fund, fling, and Dubai. I don't know if you can see, but rose gold just looks a little bit crumbly. But the others all have a very beautiful consistency. And that's using my finger on my arm. On my hand I've got Risque, Dollface, Demure, Hashtag Blessed, Moondust, and Bubbly. Hashtag Blessed is really speaking to me. It's so stunning. And the mattes are just so beautiful and pigmented. And lastly on my hand I've got Black Truffle, Suede, Cocoa, Maneater, Henna, and Sandalwood. Can we just appreciate Black Truffle and Maneater? They are so pigmented. My experience with this old palette is that the mattes are absolutely amazing. There's no other mattes in this sort of tone that show up so well on my skin. I do, however, have an issue with the shimmers. Not so much like Angelic and 24K and Fling. The issues that I have are with Dubai, Blessed, and Rose Gold and Trust Fund. It's just so hard to pick them up on a brush. So you need to use your fingers, and I don't have a problem with using my fingers, but it is hard to be precise. So what I'm hoping is that this new palette is going to be an absolute dream, and it's going to be really easy to pick up on a brush. The last thing I do actually want to say, something I'm super gutted about, is she got rid of Angelic there. Angelic is just the most beautiful pinky gold. Put it on my hand for you. I use this color on my eyes all the time, and it's just so beautiful. I can use it as a highlight, I use it as a blush. It reminds me of NARS Orgasm, but just with a better formula. And the fact that the angelic colour isn't in the new one actually makes me want to cry. I'm going to do new on this side, and I'm going to do old on this side. And then I want you guys to tell me which side you think looks better and which side blended better. I've got my handy dandy cleansing brush wipes here because I'm just going to use the same brush and just clean the brushes in between to make sure we get the most accurate comparison between the two. Do you guys find this really satisfying, pulling this off? Yeah. So I'm going to do the old one first. Which side did I say I was going to do the old on? Oh, can't remember. I'm going to do old on this side. I think it was actually the other side, but old is on this side. I'm going to go in with the colour Sandalwood, which is just this nice sort of transition shade. And I'm going to use the mirror from here. Actually, I might just zoom you guys in a little bit. How's that? Yeah, that's better. Now you guys can actually see. Alright, so I'm doing the old Sandalwood on the side. Like, I never had a problem with these mattes. I always thought they were super beautiful and super easy to blend. I think I'm going to do a halo eye. Well, I'm going to attempt to do a halo eye. Nothing like crazy drastic, but I'm just going to try and use as many colours that are the same. So that's one layer of Sandalwood from the old palette. Just going to clean my brush. Now I'm going to take Sandalwood. Oh no, that's the old palette. Oops. Sandalwood from the old palette. Just the same amount. Oh, already I can tell. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but can you see the kickback on Sandalwood? So already that tells me that I feel like these are going to be a lot more pigmented. Alright, so that's one layer of Sandalwood. I don't know if you guys can see a difference, but can you see how much darker and more blended this side is compared to this side? That might be hard to see on camera, but I can definitely see a difference. Is it enough of a difference to purchase the whole new palette? I don't know. Maybe I'll do another layer of Sandalwood on the other side. I'll go in with one more swipe of Sandalwood on the new side. Yeah, I'm definitely finding this a lot easier to blend than the other side. The reasoning behind her releasing the new one, this is what she said on Instagram, is that when they released the textured rose gold palette, it was her biggest project and they put as much money into it as they could, but they couldn't afford to get the textures of the eyeshadows that they have in their Desert Dust palette. So I think they didn't like the mismatch and sort of consistency between the two, so they released this new one. Oh, there's stuff at the back. I'll read it to you guys. So it says, it's talc free #1, which is great. So there's 18 eyeshadows and 4 ready to layer textures. So there's 8 buttery mattes, 8 melted metals, 1 wet and dry jet black. Oh, that's interesting. You can use the black also wet. And 1 highlighting pressed pearl. That sounds nice. Dab the melted metals on your lids for a high shine foil finish. Layer an extra coat using your fingers for an extreme metallic finish. So interesting, it doesn't say that you can use a brush. It just says dab the melted metals on your lids and then layer an extra coat using your fingers. It doesn't actually say brush, but I'm assuming it means brush. I don't know. Interesting. Anyway, let's keep going. I'll use the Zoeva Luxe Petite Crease. I'll take Henna. And so with Henna, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in the outer and inner crease just to start my halo. Henna's a really nice sort of warmy brown, almost orangey shade. Taking a bit more of henna and then I just dabbed it into the new one. Let me just clean my brush. It's so confusing. Alright, let's try that again. Going into henna. Damn it, my brush is wet. Oh my god, I'm such a fail. Okay, so taking henna from the old one and putting that in the inner part of my eye just to start that halo. I think I might do a cut crease. I might just do another, I keep on dipping into the, because I'm holding this one right here, but I gotta remember not to do that. Alright, I'm just gonna pack a little bit more on the outer corner. And a little bit more on the inner corner. I'm gonna try use as many comparable shades as possible. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Let me clean my brush and make sure it's dry this time. When you put a wet brush into matte, it just like creates this yucky layer on top, so I don't want to do that. Especially not my new palette. Alright, now I'm going in with Henna from the new palette. Doing the same thing, just putting it in my inner and outer corner. Yeah, I find this is a lot easier to blend and it's just so much more pigmented. Just like with Sandalwood, Henna's got a lot more kickback as well. Kickback doesn't really bother me, to be honest, I just can blow it away. Just essentially means that there's more pigment. Pigment? Pigment. How do you say that word? Pigment? Pigment. Pigment. Why did I say pigment? Pigment. It's 2 on the side and 1 on the side, so I'll just do the same on the new side. I'm trying not to put that henna in the middle because I want to keep that quite open. Do you guys see that? It's a lot darker on this side. I'm just going to blend it a little bit because I'm not liking how messy it's looking. Just going back in with my LA Colors brush and just blending that all out. I haven't put any new product or anything on this. So I'm just doing that on both sides. Next I'm going to take my Wet n Wild little pencil brush and I'm going to take Maneater from the old palette. I'm going to put that just on top of Henna, just to give it like a pinky vibe. I'm sort of just making a V out these ways. Oh, I love this colour. It's such a nice... It looks a bit scary like in the palette, but once you put it on your eyes, it's so nice. I think it's one of my favourites, apart from Angelic. So sad that she got rid of that one. So that's one layer of Maneater, but I kind of want it a little bit more pinky, so I'm going to go on with another layer. Yeah, look how nice that colour is. Taking a different Wet n Wild brush, I'm going to go in with Maneater from the new palette. Can you see the kickback? Oh, no, you can't really. I'm not lying, I promise it is there. But look at what's on my brush. Look how pigmented. Annoyingly, my camera just stopped recording as I put the first like dot of it on, which is like the most exciting part. So sorry about that, but I've just dabbed it on and look how pigmented it is. Crazy. So let's keep going. Oh my god, these are so easy to blend. Yeah, I definitely prefer the mattes in the new one, I have to say. Alright, so that's just one layer of it and it looks exactly the same, if not better, than the 2 layers on the other side. Can you guys see the difference? So I'll go in with another layer of Maneater. Color is just so much more vibrant, look at that. Damn. Damn, girl. You ain't playing. You ain't playing. Alright, where's my blending brush? Needs to be blended. This shit needs to be blended. Alright, let's blend all that out. And the same on this side. Oh, so easy to blend. I reckon if you were a beginner, you'd be great with this palette. It is really pigmented, but it's super easy to blend, which is fantabulous. Just fantabulous. Oh, the colour on the side is just so much more vibrant. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I think I've used enough of the mattes. Actually I've only used 3. Should I use a 4th? I'll use a little bit of cocoa just to darken it up. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm taking cocoa from the old one and just using that to sort of deepen. No, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to ruin that red. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. I think I might just do my cut crease off camera and I'll be right back. I've just done a pretty bad cut crease with my trusty Tarte Shape Tape. I love this for cut creases. For those of you who don't own the old palette, I'm going to actually show you how difficult it is to actually get the stuff on the brush. So if I put my brush into rose gold and rub it in there as hard as I can, look what's actually on my brush. Like legit nothing. There's nothing there. And I'll show you on my hand. That's what it is. Just for shits and gigs, I'm going to take rose gold on my brush from the old palette. I'm going to take that one and put it on my, just where I've carved out my lid. Alright, just try it like this. If you can just see, it just looks super textured. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bit of my Fix Plus Gold Light. Sorry, it's the only one that I have at the moment. I don't have the original. And I'm just going to spray my brush. It's on. Catch as much as I can. And I'm going to dig into rose gold from the old palette. Now I'm going to try again to pack this on. That's working a little bit better. But it's just not giving the look that I want. So I'll take my finger now. And I'll put that on. Like I said, the thing I hate about my finger is that I can't get that precision. So it's just going to look messy. But can you just see how beautiful that colour is? If only it applied with a brush. I'm going to try my best to be precise. Such a nice colour. Feels really heavy though. This is just the new rose gold with no Fix Plus. This is a joke. Do you see that? There's no payoff. Let me try again. I'm just doing it wrong. I'm so sad. Alright, let's try Fix Plus. It's a little bit better, but it's still not showing up. Alright, I'm using my finger. Yo's in the finger. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. It just looks really messy. So it definitely looks more creamy and like more even than this side. Damn, I was really excited about that. Alright, I'm just gonna blend this out a bit and see if I can fix. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna finish blending and then I'll come back and do my lower lash line with you guys. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna take a mixture of Sandalwood and Henna from the old palette and just run that at the bottom. Can anyone do this with their mouth closed? I can't. And with a clean brush I'm going to do Sandalwood and Henna, a mix on the other side. You see that one's a lot more pigmented than this side. And I might just put a pop of rose gold at the bottom. So let's take the old one. And then on my finger I'm just going to take the new rose gold and do the same thing. So I'm going to take Moon Dust. I really like this Moon Dust color. I think it's gorgeous. It's like such a nice gold. And then clean my brush and take Moon Dust from the new palette. I think I prefer the tone of Moon Dust from the old one. It's more of like a yellow gold, whereas this is more of a white gold. Alright, let me put on some lipstick and some lashes, and I will be right back with my final thoughts on the new Remastered palette. Alright, I'm back with my lashes very shockingly applied. This I just did not want to cooperate. I've done my lips. I'm just wearing Jeffree Star Androgyny, which is like a staple for me. Let me have one final look at my eyes. I think I'm not that impressed. I paid $100 for this, and I was expecting the shimmers to be able to pick up on the brush like she claimed and apply beautifully on my eyes. I needed to use my finger to get a good application with these, and ideally that wasn't what I wanted because now my cut crease looks really messy. So I'm super disappointed about that. But in saying that, the mattes are out of this world. They are beautiful. They are so blendable, they're so pigmented, especially compared to the ones in the old palette. Is it worth buying the new palette if you've already got the old one? I don't know. If you're a makeup lover like me, then yeah, it is, because the mattes are delicious. But yeah, like I said, probably those 4 shimmer shades aren't the greatest. I reckon 24 karat Dubai Blessed Moon Dust and Bubbly would probably be fine, and Fling and Pink Diamond. To be honest, most of them would be fine. But the 2 that I was most excited about was Trust Fund and Rose Gold. So yeah, mixed reviews, probably the same as everyone else. I think the mattes are amazing. I think the shimmers probably could have done with a bit more work so they could apply with a brush. Beautiful colors. I'm happy I have it. I'm definitely going to be using it a lot more and playing around with it. So if you guys like this video, then please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of exciting videos to come. I'm probably going to film my lip filler and under eye vlog, the outro for that next. And I've also got my Zaful haul coming. I've done like a massive haul from Zaful where I spent like more than 500 New Zealand dollars. I'll also be vlogging my trip to Jamaica and Cuba. I'm going there in a couple of weeks. If you want to follow my journey, then please subscribe to my channel. And apart from that, I will see you beautiful people in my next one. Bye!